What's up everyone, how are you guys doing today? Today's video is going to be on the Qatar World Cup. So this is going to be our first World Cup video. I'm going to try and do as much content as possible during this World Cup because I just love international competitions. We got lots of good views and feedback during the Euro 2020, which is one of the funnest times I've made videos for me. So yeah, let's enjoy it and let's take a look at the groups that just got drawn today. Let's see who's going to be exciting, who's going to bow out. And let's predict who's going to go through. Looking at Group A here, we've got the host, Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands. I am wearing a Netherlands jersey. I've been a fan for the Netherlands. Even though I'm Canadian, I'm definitely going to be cheering for Canada. But of course, I'll cheer for Netherlands because I've always cheered for them. But yeah, this one is probably the most boring group, I'd say. Besides that, they're the host country, Qatar. I'm going to say Netherlands get through here, and I'm going to say Senegal go second. Senegal look really strong. They did have to take, they were kind of struggling, and they had to go to pens to beat Egypt in the qualifying game. But they look strong, and they should be able to handle Ecuador and Qatar. So for this group, I'm going to go Netherlands number 1, Senegal number 2. Moving on to Group B. This is going to be the most interesting group. This group is lining up to be a cracker. I cannot wait to watch all these games. So starting off, we have England, Iran, USA, and then we have the European playoff winner, which is going to be either Scotland, Ukraine, or Wales. So two rivals for England there. Of course, I'm an England fan, of course, as you saw in the Euro videos. But yeah, England against Scotland is going to be madness. England against Wales is going to be a good one. England against USA, I've already seen tons of memes. That's my favorite one so far. But Iran versus USA, that's a rivalry. Maybe not in football, but in politics and war. So this one is lining up to be interesting. I'm going to say England win this one, and I'm going to say Scotland get through, and I'm going to say Scotland get second. Or sorry, Wales, I mean. Sorry, Scotland, you're just not strong enough. And Gareth Bale is going to power Wales to the second spot in this group, and they're going to go to the round of 16. Moving on to Group C here, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. I think it's over for Mexico for their round of 16. They get it every year, but I don't think they're going to get it this year. I think Poland is going to get second in this one. I think Argentina first. I think everyone would guess that. Argentina looked pretty good. They've gone unbeaten in like 35 games or something crazy. Saudi Arabia, not to contend there. They're just not on the same level. But I think Poland against Argentina is going to be a good game. Lewandowski against Messi. Maybe Lewandowski is going to want some revenge for not getting that Ballon d'Or win. So yeah, this is going to be interesting as well. Moving on to Group D. So we have France, Denmark, Tunisia, and a playoff between Peru and Australia or United Arab Emirates. So this is the second group that I think, this is the first of two groups that have the same three teams. If Peru wins, it's going to be the same three teams, which were in the last World Cup, which was France, Denmark, and Peru, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's kind of boring, but France or Denmark, going to be a good game. I'm expecting Denmark to pull off the upset here. I'm going to go Denmark 1, France 2. And then, yeah, maybe France versus, who was the last one? France versus Argentina in round of 16 again. Could that be an upset from last time? Or Argentina get revenge? So yeah, I'm going to go Denmark win this group and France get second. Moving on to Group E. All right. This one, when I was watching the draw and Canada was still available, I was praying to not get in this group because I knew Canada would not get through in this. Spain and Germany, they're going to get through. Unless I'm thinking there's one big team that always goes out in the group stage. It was Germany last time. It was Spain in 2014. So I think both teams are going to be out for revenge. They want to compete back for the World Cup. Spain look very strong. I'd say Spain is the most underrated team. The one thing about Spain, I just hate watching them play. They're just so boring. They're tiki-taka, like Busquets and Pedri. They're really good players. Morata, Xavi with a G. They've got young talent and Busquets. but they're just not interesting to watch, like unless you're a Spanish fan. So I hope they don't go that far because they're just kind of boring. But they're an okay team. Germany, I think they're going to want revenge from losing in the round of 16 to England in the Euros for sure. I love watching that game. England definitely were the better team, but Germany weren't far off from taking that to extra time or a shootout. So yeah, Japan in this one. Japan always likes to cause an upset, but I just don't see them. I just don't see them doing anything in this group. Same with Peru or Australia or UAE. So yeah, moving on to Group F. Canada is in this group. We're in the World Cup. I can't even think I don't know what to say because Canada is in the World Cup. But yeah, Canada, Belgium, Morocco, and Croatia. This group actually isn't terrible. I wouldn't say this is a group of death or anything, but I'd feel like any of these teams could get through. Belgium is old. Same with Croatia. They're two similar teams. Smaller nations, but with young, or not young talent now. They had young talent maybe 10 years ago that everyone saw potential in. But now like Perisic, Vida, Modric, Mandzukic is retired. All these guys are leading I think they're 35 or older. Their goalie I know is older now. I forgot his name though. But they've just got both teams are kind of veterans. So maybe they'll use that experience. Croatia maybe want revenge from losing in the World Cup final, but I just don't see them making that far. Belgium, the golden generation, is it still going? Eden Hazard has scored, I think, maybe 5-10 goals in the past 3 years for club, for Real Madrid. So I think this is a good group for Canada, a young, fast team against two older teams who are kind of slow, but they're still very skilled. That's where they're going to have the advantage over Canada, but Canada is going to have the advantage. I think Canada is one of the fastest teams just in speed general, like Jonathan David, Buchanan, and Davies. That front three, that is going to blow by Croatia. I don't know about Belgium. I'm not sure about Belgium's defense. I don't think it's that great right now. Definitely Vertonghen, is he still going to be playing? And Alderweireld, I don't think those two are still on the team. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting because I think Canada has a chance here. And I can't let out Morocco too. They've got, I know they've got a couple guys on Sevilla. I forget their name, sorry. But I know their strikers, Nasri, something like that. I've heard a little bit about him. And of course they've got Hakimi, which is probably the best right back in the world right now, arguably with Trent. But the one thing that I like about them is that they don't have Ziyech, and they've kind of got some managerial problems with their coach. They don't have a great relationship with Ziyech, which would be their best player. I'd be scared of him for sure playing against Canada. That guy can score from anywhere. But I really do think Canada has a shot here. I don't know how to predict this one. I feel like Belgium could win. They could kill all these teams, or Belgium could crash out last. But I'm going to predict Belgium go out. I'm going to say Croatia, Canada and Croatia win this group. I'm not going to say who's 1-2, but I'm going to say Belgium is the team to fall out. But then again, Canada will have to play Germany or Spain in the next round, which I don't think will be a good game for Canada. But I'm just happy to see Canada at the World Cup, of course, and I'm sure most of my viewers are Canadian. They would be too. So yeah, it's just, I can't believe I'm talking about Canada and the World Cup in the same sentence. Moving on to Group G, we have 2018 2.0. This is literally a group except for Cameroon, Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland. How did they get the same three teams again? I'm going to say Serbia get number one. I think they've got better attacking force than Brazil. Even though Brazil is ranked number one, of course, everyone thinks they're the favorites. Neymar, last World Cup, he's going to win it. Serbia is going to beat them in their game, and then Brazil is going to have to go and beat Switzerland and Cameroon, which I think that's doable for them. But I think Serbia is going to be a strong team. I could see them maybe quarterfinals, maybe semifinals, depending on who they come up against. I'm going to say they win this group, and Brazil gets second. Now moving on to our last group here, I'm going to say this is the group of death for me, because it is debatable each team. But there isn't really a group of death in this World Cup. I'd say it's very well balanced out, and that's why I'm so excited to see what happens, because I'm not going to bet that much with my own money on these games, because a lot of these teams are balanced, a lot of these groups are balanced. Portugal, Ronaldo's final World Cup. I think they will win this group. They are one of the best teams in the world right now. They've got Bernardo Silva, Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, Jose Sa, their goalie, is playing amazing with Wolves. And they've just got such a strong team. Moutinho as well, Jota, like, come on. They're one of my dark horses, maybe not dark horse, but one of my favorites to win because they are so popular and good. And then we've got the handball derby. This game I cannot wait to watch. Ghana versus Uruguay. I'm so excited. I'm going to be cheering for Ghana and my boy Thomas Partey. I'm hoping they can beat Uruguay and get revenge from 2010. I've seen a lot on Twitter from Ghanaian people saying, we are going to kill Uruguay. Like, this is the game that they finally seek revenge on. And I can't wait to watch. So that's going to be cool. It's going to be a close one though, but I don't see how Ghana win that game. Maybe I'm thinking Ghana, they're going to get like a 0-0 draw or something. And then South Korea, who's an interesting one. And they beat Germany last World Cup. I'm going to guess South Korea gets second in this one and Portugal get first. And then they tie South Korea and lose to Portugal with maybe like 2 points in the group. But we're going to do an in-depth prediction video much closer to that. We've got 7 months to go, 7 months to make content for. But yeah, I'm going to go Portugal and South Korea make it through for me. And then South Korea would play Serbia, which would give Serbia the quarterfinals for sure. So right now, my dark horse has to be Serbia. Maybe not to win, but definitely to go far. And right now, for winning, I'm just going to recap here. For winning, I'm going to have to take England. I'm going to take England versus Portugal in the final, and England win it. England on penalties win it, maybe. That would be amazing. If they go on penalties again and lose, I may have suicidal thoughts. But let's go. I'm so excited for this World Cup. I hope you guys are too. Drop a like and some comments in below how you feel this group stage is going to line up. And yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And the World Cup content is just getting started.